fine ban who? Because I don't know her. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, hi, hello, my name is Katie, and in today's video I have a book haul. It is time for my monthly book haul. Apparently I tend to do these every month now. It's just gonna be a thing. But these are all the books that I have either bought in August or was given to me by friends on Instagram, like during random acts of kindness, things like that. So I have a pile here, and it's, frankly, I hate doing these videos because I feel bad about myself. And I'm like, why? Why do you keep buying books? We don't read the ones you own. I don't know. But we're doing it today so I can finally put these on the shelves and then buy more. Oh, Lord. For September. It's just how it goes. Okay. So in this pile, we've got romance and thrillers. Pretty sure that's all I have this month. And let's just get into the book haul. Okay, these are in no particular order. They're just the way that I put them into the pile. And some of these books, disclaimer, if you're new here, I sometimes don't know what my books are about before I buy them. I'm a cover buyer. And I'm like, oh, I'll just take you home. Some of these books I don't know what they're about, but that's okay. They're always linked down below for you guys to check it out. So the first book is a thriller, and it is called If I Die Tonight. I think I got it at the dollar store for like $1.25. But let me see what this is about. So it sounds like this woman, a distraught woman, stumbles into the police station after a carjack in a hit and run, and lives are changed forever. So I don't know how she's involved in this, but the person who was apparently hit by the car is Liam Miller, who is like this big time football star in town. And the suspect that they think did it was like the outcast in high school, Wade Reed. So social media pegs like Wade as this terrible would-be killer and Liam Miller as like this it says a folk hero. So like, I'm assuming it's probably not all what it seems. It never is with a thriller, but it's never all what it seems. But like, just by reading this, I have a feeling that like I will kind of have an idea of what the story's gonna go. But I could be completely wrong. But yeah, we'll see. It says, told from multiple viewpoints, If I Die Tonight is a story of family ties and dark secrets and the lengths to which we'll go to protect ourselves. The next book is none other than book 3 in the Twisted series, Twisted Hate by Anna Huan. I love these discreet covers. And we all know that like, I love a man on the cover, but I prefer the discreet covers. I said what I said. This is book 3, and you're following Ada's best friend, and not Ada. I'm getting that confused with Brutal Prince, right? Ava's brother and Ava's best friend. So this is an enemies to, they're not friends, but like they're just benefiting off each other. And then feelings develop. So what would you call that? I'm not too sure. What would you call that? Enemies with benefits to lovers. That's what I'm going with here. But like, it's pretty big compared to the other ones. And I think it just gets bigger. Like the last, what she said. The last book is Twisted Lies, and I don't have that one. So, but I haven't even read the second one yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. The next book is A Certain Appeal by Vanessa Kane. And this is a Pride and Prejudice-esque book. We've got Liz Bennett and Will Darcy. So Liz is a burlesque dancer in New York City, and one night she meets him, and and then she overhears him telling someone else that she's just tolerable. You know, if you know Pride and Prejudice, you know. So she is like determined to never talk to this guy again, but her best friend and his best friend get together, so they're always thrown into the mix together. And as the meetings keep happening, feelings start to emerge. So I just thought it sounded cute, and I am all for a Pride and Prejudice retelling, so I thought I would give this one a shot. Plus I love burlesque, so like the movie, but also just like the art form. The next book is the last one for now in the, what is this, Bromance Book Club? series, you know. Isn't it romantic? And I'm thinking this one is the one about the Russian, is he football, baseball, hockey player. But if you're not familiar with these books, this is following a group of men who join a book club together to read romance books to help spice up their love life. Because in the first book, the main hero in that book found out that his wife was like faking it. So he's like, well, I got to do something to win her back, you know, to spice things up. So he starts the book club. So in each book, you're just following a different guy. So have I even read any of it? No, I haven't read any of those either. It's okay though. I will get there eventually. The next book that I got was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. And I kind of wish I would have waited until book of the month and gotten the hardcover so my love hypothesis and this could match. They don't match, but that's okay. I'm learning to let go of some things that I can't control, and that's one of them. Actually, I could control that, but I'm just trying to let go. So I don't even know what this one's about. I literally just got it because this was the second one in the series, and it's pink, and I haven't even read the first one. I have a problem. It's fine. It's totally fine. But we'll give it a shot. You know, we'll give it a shot. That's what I say with a lot of these books. And then do I ever read them? It's a problem. The next book that I have here is Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And this is a rom-com, and you're following a girl who's a meteorologist, I do believe. And is this the one where she has to work? Yes. She has to work with this guy, and they're trying to get their divorced bosses back together. And in the process, they're going to fall in love. So that sounds cute. And also, I think there's a little bit of mental health representation in this because I think she battles depression. So I'm always here for mental health rep, but I'll be excited to see if it's done well. Because that's like the big thing. Like, you can have it in your books, but if it's done well, that's where you'll get me. The next book that I got was Wretched by Emily McIntyre. This is the third book in the Never After series. I wanted to buy this one because she's getting rid of these covers and she's getting different covers. So if you're interested in getting these covers for Hooked and Scarred, get them while you can because they'll be going off like her shop and off Amazon and they'll be getting new covers. But this one is, like I said, the third in the Never After series, and you're following the Wicked Witch, which just is amazing to me. So I love Emily McIntyre. I love these books and I love the Wicked Witch. So it's a win for me. Like it was a win no matter what. I then have Help Me Remember by Corinne Michaels. And this is the special edition cover. And I think this is a somewhat, I don't think it's like a romance suspense. So this girl is the only eyewitness to her brother dying or being murdered. I don't know. It says that he's dead. So I'm very sensitive on it. But the thing is, she can't remember anything. So all the lawyers she's with, they're like, do not talk to anybody about the case. Don't talk to anyone about your life. You need to remember this stuff on your own. So she begins talking to her brother's best friend. I can't remember his name. He does have one. Duh. Oh, Spencer. So she begins talking to him, and he's an investigative reporter, and slowly things start to come back into her memory. So it's kind of like a mystery. I guess I was right, because she's trying to figure out like what happened to her brother and trying to remember her life. So, but I just heard that people really enjoy it, and I wanted to try Corinne Michaels, so that's why I got it. Oh, you're glassy. We don't like that. Okay. The next one is Wait With Me by Amy Dawes, and this, I've heard a lot of people talk about Amy Dawes, and this is like the first, and it's not like a series because they're all standalones, but it's like the first in a, well, I guess in a series. But anyway, they're all standalones. So this one is about a romance writer who is having like a funk. She can't write unless she goes to this mechanic shop. Is it a mechanic shop? A garage, a car garage, yeah. So she breaks in so she can write because that's where like her writing flows. And I think the guy who owns it or works there figures it out, and then a love story is going to come. But I've heard this isn't people's favorites, like in this series. But this is, what I heard, it was like based on her life, because she did that, you know? She was having like writer's block, so she went to this car shop? I don't even know. That's how much I know about cars. But I like him. So I might like the book as well. That's what I'm going with. The next book is Barbarian Lover by Ruby Dixon. And this is just, I just wanted to get the next book in the series with these kind of covers on it. I don't even know what number this is. The third. It's the third novel. So I have 1, 2, 3. I just adore the covers and I'm collecting them all. And I've only read the first one, but they're really easy reads. So, and I'm sure by now you know what they're about. You know, the big blue aliens. I don't really need to say anything anymore. The next book is a thriller and it's called The Night Visitors by Carol Goodman. And I really, they had a couple thrillers at my Dollar General, so not Dollar General, Dollar Tree. So I just picked up a few, but I really can't remember what this one's about. But at this point, are we surprised? Okay, so yeah, this story is about a woman named Alice who takes her 10-year-old son and they flee their house because they're in a, like, the husband is really abusive. So it's in a snowstorm. She gets off the bus at this town and she makes their way to this town. And Maddie, she is a social worker in her 50s and she mans like the call station for when like women need pickups or, you know, need to be picked up because of like abusive situations and things like that. So she's the one that gets the call that night for Alice and Orrin, and she picks them up. She's supposed to take them to the shelter. Instead, she brings them home to her house because the little boy reminds her of her brother and this incident that happened 35 years ago. And I guess in the story, you're going to figure out what the incident is. But the cashier was like, this is a really good book. So I'm like, I'm taking your word for it, sis. I'm taking your word. That's going to be a good read. I then got Reining Her In by Katie Ashley. And it's just like, I just thought, well, the cover was cute. And it's really short. And I'm like, ooh. And that's just kind of why I got it. People in the story were engaged to be married. And the last time she saw him was at the rehearsal dinner and he called it off. So years go by and she comes back to that town to help with her grandfather's funeral and to attend it. And lo and behold, he's back in town and they had to do some talking. They gotta talk. We gotta figure out what happened. And as we figure out what happened, we'll probably fall in love because that's just how these books go. And I'm okay with that. The next few books are thrillers. Yep, I tell you, I don't know why, but I'm in a thriller bug again, and that's fine. I have Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier, and I don't know what this one's about, but I'm just collecting all of her backlist books. So that's why I got this one. Couldn't tell you what it's about, but I heard it's good, and that's all I needed to know. Didn't matter if it wasn't, because I'm getting her backlist. And then I have The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. This is another book that I kind of have an idea what it's about, but I also don't. But it's okay. Gabby read this. She really liked it, so I take her recommendations and I go with them. Sometimes I don't know what they're about, but if she liked it, then that's all I need to know. Then I got 2 Ruth Wares. These were both at a yard sale, so I just picked them both up. We've got The Death of Mrs. Westaway, and then we have The Lying Game. Couldn't tell you what they're about. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm going to read them anyway, says the girl who never reads the books she buys. I then have Happily Letter After by Vi Keeland and Penelope Ward, and I have no idea what this is about. Not a one, but it was sent to me on my wish list. So I probably read what it was about at the time, and then I added it to my wish list. But I don't now, but that's fine. So now I have 2 of their books. So maybe I have like enough to do like a reading vlog on them to like taste test to see if I enjoy their writing. But I like the cover. He's dressed very nicely. It's a thing. If you dress nicely, there's just something about that. I then have Beauty and the Baller by Isla Maiden Mills. And again, I don't know what this is about. I put it on my wish list and then it just showed up on my door. Don't you hate when that happens? And so I know it's a football romance because I'm so smart, but that's about it. But it's giving me Beauty and the Beast vibes because it says Beauty and the. Watch it not be, and that's okay. But I've heard people really seem to enjoy it, so, you know, it could be a win either way. I then bought myself the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. So we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. No, I haven't read the first one yet. It's fine, but I wanted to have the second one in case I really enjoyed the first one, and I just wanted to go into the next one. I know it's on Kindle, but that's besides the point. I just want a physical copy. Just don't ask. And then I got myself Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have heard people love this book. I've heard people did not like this book because they didn't like how long it was. I don't mind a long book as long as the payoff's there. So we're going to see. I'm going to do it myself. I'll read it and see if it's worth, because it's all up in the reader's eyes. Sometimes they enjoy them. It's really depends on the reader. And the last 3 books are still more thrillers. I'm on my thriller game, I'm telling you. So I have Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, and this is about a woman who goes back to her home, her childhood home, where I think her father was a serial killer, and I don't know if it's haunted, I don't know if this is paranormal, but sign me up. I just love the cover because it was pink. That rain light, man, just sometimes. It was pink and it's got the red, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. And then I found this one at Ollie's the other day, and it's Inspection by Josh Mallerman, and honestly, it just gave me cult vibes. It gave me cult vibes. So this boy named Jay is a student in a school deep in a forest, far away from the rest of the world. There's only 26 students in the class, and all of them think that the school's founder is like their father. That's what they call them. So they're not allowed to see anyone else. Their peers are their family. Man, they are trained to be prodigies of art, science, and athletics, and their school's all they know and all they're allowed to know. They've never seen a girl. The girls have never seen boys, but somehow he meets a girl named Kay, and Kay is in a school just like his, except it's female. So I'm getting cult vibes. So they meet and they are trying to figure out what exactly is going on in the school. Are we been told lies our whole life? Probably. Are we in something? Are we in a cult? Probably. But I'm excited to figure it out. It sounds interesting. And then the last book that I got is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Jillian McAllister. Okay, and this book just sounds so interesting. Okay, so this woman's son ends up murdering this person. And when it happens, she wakes up and it's the day before it happens. And she goes through the day, and then she goes to sleep, and then she wakes up and it's 2 days before it happens, and so on and so forth. So we're trying to figure out what led up to her son killing this man, and can she stop it? I don't know, but it sounds, sir, ma'am, kid, dog, whatever, stop. So we're trying to figure out what is going on and why he wanted to kill this person. So it sounds really good. That is all. Those are the books that I hauled, I bought, I received in August. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these, let me know down in the comments below, or what was your favorite book that you bought in August. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new and would like to join the family. I would love to have you. All my social media is linked down below as always, my Goodreads and my Instagram if you want to follow me to stay more up to date with what I am reading. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh my. Go down. Please don't fall. Don't fall. Whew. Whew. God almighty, it's so hot. This freaking ring light's so hot. Oh, my life is so hot. You know what? Maybe I should read the back and I can tell you guys what it's really about. I just love these colors. I have dirty because these were not at a library. Would you learn to speak? By Kai Keelan I'm gonna try that again.